All right, boys, here we go. Side dressing 2023 with our John Deere 4450 sound guard. I'm guessing he's gonna go in B1 or 2 or B3 and 4. That's B3 and 4. What a lovely tractor, man. Can't get better than that. We're putting fertilizer in the ground so that well, our corn does corn stuff. Look at that juicy little worm right here. Look at it. Oh, it's cut in half. Oh, I'll leave it. Anyway, yep. Today we're on Florence's. This was my great-grandma's aunt, so that would be my great-great-aunt, I believe. I don't know. I'm not good on that stuff. There was a barn and a house over there, and there was an old lane, which is where all them trees, where them 3 trees are at right there, but we actually have a different lane over there. There was a couple barns and a brick house, and when she passed away, we burnt the barns down and we tore the house down. Every few times when we plow or disc, we find a couple bricks and stuff. I found a few horseshoes last year. I got in the shed. But this is our corn. We planted this in April, mid-April, I think. Yep, it's turning out real great. And when we had those storms in April, we had a couple of ash trees fall down. There was one in the middle over there somewhere. I think it was in way back. And we had this tree. Branches came down in this muddy part. So I took the loader tractor and I attempted to push branches and crap back into the trees so that we could just disc this ditch, because this is sandy clay right here. We own parts of the mesquite. What is that? I just love it when people litter on your property. That's just lovely. I love finding junk that's not even ours on our property. Anyway, yeah, that branch right there, and I got a copper on me. Peel that off. Okay, so I attempted to get back there and push it farther in so that we could spray all of this. That didn't work. And I got frog eggs in there. Look at that. Right there. You can see them right there. Sweet. Yeah, I got that far. And I go, that's not very good. I'm gonna bail out before I have to have Dad pull me out. This is cool. Oh, this is part of an old fence post. Right here. They just cut trees down and put them into fence posts. That's what they did. Other people did other stuff. That's not even ours. But yeah, this is a mud hole in here. We just leave that alone. This back part over across this humongous ditch was a hay field, and when we quit milking in '99 due to circumstances, we turned that back into a arable field, not a hay field. There's Dad in the 4450 over there. For some reason, my camera thinks it's 20 miles away when it's actually a couple of yards in front of me. I gotta adjust my camera angle and crap. But yeah, it's really nice back here. It's really quiet and peaceful. We get a load of deer back here. This is my favorite spot to hunt with my 4440 Henry lever action rifle. We got coon tracks back here. We got friends that love coon hunting on our property. We let them go crazy back here. But I'm gonna see if we can find deer back here, or any trace of deer, because they like our corn. Deer just love corn and beans. We own all of this on the left side of the road facing south, or the right side of the road facing north. So, yeah. That did not. We had, yeah, that's supposed to be corn right there, obviously. I think the deer just ate them. There's another spot, probably. But closer to the fall, coons back in that corner and in this corner just go crazy on our corn. It is just stalk, no ears, just stalk. So, yeah, that's a part of the combine. Yeah, from 100 years ago, probably. But I ran corn and soybeans while my dad was in the grain cart and the semi. We actually got more done than if I was in the grain cart. So we'll do that again. I'll be in the combine. Maybe I might take a turn in our new grain cart. Show you guys. We gotta get a monitor for it because it's got cameras all over it. So different camera shots for, one's on the auger, one's on the inside of the bin. There's a walnut. Yeah, it's really nice out here. I love being in the Muscatatuck bottoms. Just love being, it's so quiet. I'll choose this over the city any day. By yourself and just be alone with your thoughts in nature. It's really peaceful. I might come up here with my 60. We got 2 triangle pieces over there that I might disc up because it's too small for our 9230 and our disc and rolling basket to get in there, because it's just a bunch of, how did they get on my hat? Cockaburs are weird. Anymore? No. Okay. Yeah, there's a dead ash tree. 2 of them. Maybe it's not an ash tree. I don't know my trees very well. I do have quite a few. Oh. Yep. Deer or rabbit damage. Right here. Yep. They've been munching on our stuff. Freeloaders. Gosh. But here Dad comes at Mach 10 in the 4450. Now the thing is, when that tank is full of fertilizer and water, it literally pushes that tractor around when you're going downhill. So yeah, but here it comes, and that's got a bulletproof front end. You can go over a tile hole that's 4 foot deep and it'll stay going. Them things are bulletproof. Yeah, that's doing a real good job. Here is the old lane. Right here. The house sat right in here with the barns and the gates. There is a slew of, there's a gate down there. There's a gate up here. And this is the lane piece, that field where it's all dead. We sprayed it. Because that's where the old lane used to be. And it used to cut into the woods. I'll show you that. Yeah, a lot of history back here. Oh yeah, it's doing a real good. Oh, yep. Just love that quad range. Love that engine. Sounds amazing. More deer damage. Man, I'll at least will be fat whenever I'm here to collect their bodies this fall. It gets muddy in here. Oh, there's frog and tadpoles in there. Here is the lane piece, because it sits on this side, which that used to be the old lane. And you come in here, there's a gate here and a gate here. And you'd run through down here. And the new lane is just, as you can see, it just comes right through here. It's really rough and everything. That's why this thing is called the lane piece. And across the river, we got 3 fields. The belly field, which is the biggest field. Coveners, which is what one of our good family friends, Coveners, used to own that field, and we bought it from them, which is why it's called Coveners. And the bend, or the bend, I'm very not good with names, is over there. It's just one continuous bend. It just goes in a circle. That's why we call it the bend. And yep. And there's the river down there. I gotta come down here again with the 5E. And because there's a reason for this, not just because I want to, but because I have to. Now here's the reason why. When it rains, we get 3 inches. This whole, I can't even get to here when it's freaking rain, because this field, all these fields, except for that piece right there, which is a different color, that tan piece right there, called the Decker Hill. I don't know why, it's just what we call them. I didn't choose these names. My grandparents, I'm having a stroke on camera, named these. So yeah, that piece is in corn. But all of this, everything except that hill, is underwater if we get 2 inches plus rain. And all the sand and silt from the river comes water rushing up to here. And the lane I gotta scoop out every time, because it just makes mounds of stuff back here. There's a snake, if you can see it, slithering right here. I don't like snakes, so I'm just gonna stay away from him. So I gotta just clear that lane out in the bridge. There used to be an old wooden bridge right here, but we tore that down because why not tear everything down with dynamite? Because we're Americans, we like things that go boom. I got this last year. It was the video where I showed you called, I think it was like the new 5E or whatever, or my new 5E or whatever. Anyway, I gotta scrape this out again with the 5E. And I gotta scoop that out. That's the back 75 acres and the brook. It's just really peaceful back here. My grandpa and I used to go fishing back here. And when he was in the hospital, he was telling me that we would go fishing, but he never made it out of the hospital, so me and my grandma came fishing in remembrance of him. But there's a little minnow right there. So peaceful. So peaceful. Sometimes we find wood ducks back here. We don't go duck hunting, and I remember a few years ago, I remember this like it was yesterday. There was a ginormous beaver dam just right across here. And my friend goes, we can blow it up for you. And we go, well, why not? I've never seen dynamite before. I've never seen it go off. So we just stuffed it full of dynamite and blew it up, and it was amazing. And then we see all the beavers run out. So sometimes we see river otters when we're hunting in the fall. Yeah. Nature's amazing. Yeah. Yep, a lot of things happening in this, well, not episode, but in this video. Yep. Showing you our bottom ground, nature, and fertilizer application. So, all in one. Ooh, exactly what I was looking for. Deer tracks. Ooh, so many deer tracks. Many deer tracks. Looks like it got a little muddy in there. Now this is just sand. You can make a sand. Ooh. Coyote tracks. There is a deer track right there. It's got the hoof right here and the heel right there. They must have come up here when it was a bit wet. These deer tracks weren't here last night. So, and this is caused by all the, whenever it comes up here, it'll crest up above here. It'll stop above this hill, and then it comes washing down, and it makes this. It looks like the Arizona desert, and I gotta take the tractor, loader, and grader blade and just go over a couple times. Cyclists. Yeah. That is pretty much it. I'm just gonna. No, that's a turtle. Don't wanna bother him. He's just living life to the fullest. But we haven't planted this yet or anything. But it's a bit soupy still. Down there, well, there's a couple of hills, but there's a small hill right there. Below that hill is essentially, think of a pig in mud. It's just muddy, very much muddy below that little hill. But yeah, we'd had Kova come out here and spread fertilizer and lime for us. I meant to say lime, not fertilizer. Spread lime for us.